So now coming into the characteristics. So there are like 7 to 8 characteristics. So coming to the first one, management is a group activity. Management is a group activity. So why it is a group activity? So in the first definition itself, we cleared that it is an art of getting things by the people. So in an organization, no one can work in an isolation. So compulsory to complete any project, to complete any task, compulsory we need 2 or more persons to complete the task. So it is a group activity. So the first and foremost characteristics of management is a group activity. And second one, management is a continuous process. So continuous process is nothing but up to when the organization is existing, it has to be continued. Up to the winding up of the company, the rules and regulations that are framed has to be followed and the employees has to work to determine the predefined goal. So here the continuous process, even it involves, the first one is planning. And next one, organizing. And next one, staffing. And next, directing and controlling. So these 5 functions are related to one another. So first, I'll take an example of planning. Suppose in your college, suppose there is a fresher, we can call it as like freshers party. So for the freshers party, we have to plan. That is what to do. The first question we have to answer is what to do. And the second question, when to do. And the second question, when to do. Whom to do. And how to do. So if these questions has been answered, then we'll go into the next step, that is organizing. So first, what to do, when to do, whom to do and how to do. So for what? For organizing a freshers party. So how the party should be and when, means we are fixing some date and whom to do. So who has to take the responsibility and what is the finance and each and everything to be taken in this perspective and how to plan this. So these all comes under planning. So without planning, we cannot go into the second step. So compulsory we should answer each and every question in this planning. So after completing or answering these questions, we go for the second one, that is called as organizing. Suppose the freshers party has been like announced, maybe it is in the next month or something. So at that particular time, there is only 10 days of time. So in this 10 days of time, we have to collect a list of activities that has to be taken care. So here, only one person cannot organize all the activities at one time. So at this particular time, the work has been divided. So here, dividing the work. So dividing the work. So in organizing, the work has been dividing into different perspectives depending on the responsibilities that has been taken care by the employees or maybe like seniors. So here in the organizing part, each and every responsibility is divided. Means it is nothing but comes into the perspective of division of work. And after organizing, we'll go into the third function, that is staffing. So here staffing is nothing but we have to place a right person in the right place. Means he should be capable to take that responsibility and he has to fulfill that work in the particular time. So it is nothing but staffing. Again I am repeating this. So staffing is nothing but the person has to be placed in right time at the right place. And next one is directing. So here directing is nothing but, suppose there is a manager or maybe called as like a senior. So here seniors are planning for the freshers party. So all these responsibilities are taken care by the seniors. So at this perspective, the seniors will show like his friends to how to do this, how to do this party to be successful. So he will motivate and inspire. So directing is nothing but he's showing the path to his friends or maybe his colleagues how to do that. So by motivating through the words or by motivating through his work, and he shows the inspiration. So here directing is nothing but showing the path. And controlling. So controlling is nothing but, so I have some planned result, so the result should be perfect. But in actual perspective, the result is not like the same. So what are the deviations that has been taken place from actual result and planned result? So we have to correct these deviations, means we have to find out the differences that has been occurred from the planned result and actual result. So this is a continuous process. So compulsory we have to take care of 5 things, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So this is a continuous process. So this will continue up to the organization is existing in the market. So it will stop when the organization is winding up. So this is the second characteristics of management. So coming to the third characteristics, it is nothing but management is multidimensional. So here multidimensional is nothing but it is not particular to only one department. Again, it has been categorized into 3 parts, that is management by work, management by people and management by operations. So here multidimensional is nothing but it is not particular to one department, or maybe we can say we cannot say that it is particular to only one operation. So here it can be categorized again into 3 parts, that is management by work, management by people and management by operation. So here work is nothing but, so depending on the type of the organization, maybe like it is a non-profit organization or profit organization. Suppose I take an example of non-profit organization. So here non-profit organization is best example is hospital. Suppose in the hospital the main motto of any hospital is to provide service. So here service is a work that has to be done by the employees who are working in that hospital. So what the service they are providing? Treating the patients. Well, coming to like education industries, that is maybe like your college or universities, at that particular time what is the thing that they have to give is giving a quality education to the students. So depending on the type of the organization, the goals has to be predetermined. And coming to the next one, people. So here people is nothing but in the organization there is not only one department. So depending on the size of the operation, the organization has been categorized into different departments, and in these different departments, so it comes into the perspective of like recruiting and selection. So here comes to the point of recruiting and selection. So how the employees has to be recruited and what basis they have to be selected for that particular organization. So it is nothing but management by people. And coming to the last one, it is management by operation. So here operation is nothing but it comes into the 3 perspectives. So it is nothing but inputs, so here inputs, semi-finished goods and finished goods. Suppose here inputs is nothing but the raw materials that has been purchased for produce any product. To produce any product compulsory we need inputs. So here I am taking the example of raw material. So first raw material has to be purchased, and when the raw material has to be purchased, so this raw material has to be converted into semi-finished good by adopting some machinery or equipment. After the inputs has been passed into some machinery, again it has to be gone into the finished goods. So at this particular time we are following 3 methods, that is purchasing materials and converting them into finished goods and then up to the last final product. So then our product is ready. So what type of operation that you are adopting is nothing but the management by operation. So the third one is, it is multi-dimensional. So here it has been categorized into three parts: management by work, management by people, and management by operations. And coming to the fourth one, it is a goal oriented. So here management is a goal oriented. So here goal. So if an employee is joining into the organization, the first goal of an employee is like to have a salary or to get a good position. So if I am a fresher, I join in any MNC company. So first priority is to get the experience. So after getting the experience of 5 years, my next goal is to get a good position. So depending on the priorities, the goals changes. So here coming into the organization point of view, before allotting any task to the employees, first the goal has to be discussed to the employees. Suppose take an example. In the previous year, the company has earned 1 crore of profit. So now the company's target is to earn 2 crores of profit. So this agenda, that is this objective, has to be discussed with the employees. Now in this year, a company has to earn 2 crores. Means if you are not discussing this agenda with your employees, they are not capable to give the work in an efficient way. So each and every organization, compulsory it is to be goal oriented, depending on what they are producing and depending on the type of the organization. Means profit organization, a non-profit organization, or maybe it is a government body. So coming into the next one, so management is a dynamic function. So here dynamic function is nothing but, so we have so many factors that is affecting any organization. Maybe it is an internal factor or maybe it is an external factor. So depending on the factors that has been affecting the management, or maybe the organization has to change its tools and regulations, or maybe the technology they are using. So it should not say that no, we are not ready for the change. Compulsory in each and every perspective, the management should be ready to adopt the changes that has been occurred in internal and external environment. So here dynamic is nothing but the factors affecting, which is internal, and external changes. So dynamic function is nothing but the management or the organization is ready to adopt the changes that has been taken place in the external market or maybe within the market. That is nothing but internal. And coming to the next one, so coming to the next one, management is an authority. So authority is nothing but the power. So here the owner cannot directly involve. So in this perspective, the power is given to the manager. So here manager is a person who will explain the total rules and regulations to the employees to complete the task within the predefined time. So here, so it is nothing but power. So in the management concept, there are 3 different levels. So these levels can be discussed in the other units. So here just I'll briefly explain what you mean by levels. So in this management, so there are 3 different types of levels. The first one is top level, second one middle level, and the third one is low level. So top level is nothing but, so here comes into the people who are directly involved in the origin. Example, owners, board of directors and CEOs and senior level managers. And coming to the second one, that is middle level. So middle level involves, here is a like managers and who is very superior. So this comes under middle level. And coming to the lower level, so here involves the employees who are working and maybe line managers, regional managers, branch managers and area managers. So these are the 3 different levels that are available in management. So according to these levels, the power or authority is distributed among these 3 levels. And coming to the next one, And coming to the next, management is multidisciplinary. So here multidisciplinary is nothing but the management concept has been existing from history. So here this concept has been taken from different perspectives like anthropologists, psychologists, sociologists, and from the even customers or employees. So this concept is multidisciplinary because we are adopting this concepts from different perspectives and the inputs that has been taken from different people. And coming to the next one, management is intangible force. So here intangible is nothing but the management is physically not seen and cannot be touched, but we can feel the happiness among the faces of the employees when the objective is met. That is nothing but intangible. So here we are not physically seeing the management and not physically touching the management. Whenever the task has been completed, the employees is getting performance appraisal by the management. So that is nothing but management is intangible force. So these are the 7 characteristics in management. The first one is management is a group activity, management is a continuous process, management is multidimensional, management is goal oriented, management is dynamic function, management is an authority, management is multidisciplinary, and the foremost and the last thing is management is intangible force. So these we can say that, so these are the characteristics, or we can say this is the nature, or maybe we can say that these are the features of management.